Hey, I'm Rick Pierce. We're here at Boat Works in Springfield, Missouri. This is the #1 bass cat dealer in the nation this year. We just brought this in, and this is the brand new Puma STS. Being the #1 dealer, Boat Works got the selection of what they wanted out of the meeting that we had available. This boat was available, so they picked the new Puma STS. We only sold one of the two. This is the 20'7", 96-inch beam. It's the same basic depth that the original Puma was. Puma FTD that we replaced it with. This particular boat's got the new handrails on it. They are RGB, so if you wanted to flip them around, put a controller on them, you could. We do color them at the factory. We don't have RGB controllers in them. It's got a nice little light in the center. We're lighting that up to match the boat up best we can. Of course, it's standing on a 4-inch frame trailer. New features that are pretty cool. We worked about 20 years on this project, and that's this little latch right here. So all you gotta do is push a button and open it up. You can push the latch closed, slam, it's there, and push it back down. So it's just a nice set of slam latches. You got dual latches on the rod box. The hull is, again, compressed, so it's the same depth as the original hull was, basically, or close. And we've widened the beam out quite a bit, so it's an all-new hull. It's not just a hull we redid or a floor plan we redid. If you've seen any of the pictures, and I'm sure some people that are watching this will have, it's basically the entirely new tooling, so it's all brand new. It's done in the links and the jag design. This is a part of what we have in the new STS series, and that's what we have made the Soft Touch series. So it's a new Soft Touch hull. The people that rode it at dealer meeting and everyone that's driven it really thinks a lot of it. It's a really good ride. And we've worked really hard on this to get it. The Jag is actually a Soft Touch series also. And this is just an evolution thing. So as we do one, we're gonna learn a little more and get a little better at it. So it's this a little better ride per size than the Jag is. And the Jag is an awesome ride in the new Jag. So when you look at this, it's got the new Damascus panels on it. It's got 3mm reflex on the outside, so it's got the offset rod boxes. The trailer's got a pretty cool feature on the front end. And this is something we've done different. We're using the hydraulics, so you've got your handbrake right here to activate your hydraulic brakes. And that way you got a parking brake. It's a pretty nice setup. It's a little better than the cable applications that have separate disc pads. And it's a real fail-safe system. As you go around the boat, this side, this is really one of the things we worked hard on. And that's the dual graphs on the front end. We did a lot of geometry work on that and got the graphs where they stagger and stack, so they don't require a separate bracket. This is one bracket setup that comes standard. It's the same gimbals that come on the Garmin unit. So you basically have the same setup as if you just mounted it flush, but you now have two of them, and you don't have to have the BBT mounts, the Geiger Techs, or any of those. The front deck is it's just under 70 inches wide at the back pedestal, a little less there. And I think it's 64 at the front, maybe a little less than that. I don't remember exactly, maybe 58. But it's what we call a 5x5 deck, is a 5 foot from the nose. So if we try to measure it from the tip of the nose all the way back to 5 foot. And at 5 foot, this one's like 69 inches inside. So it's really wide. One of the things we did is we've kept this nose. We could have just stretched this nose out and made this a 21-foot boat. It serves no purpose because it keeps everything tucked back for ergonomics. It makes it work real smooth when you're fishing. You want to roll cast, so nothing extends. It keeps the trolling motor in the center of the frame, and it really makes the deck layout fit well. So if you stretch them out, you make them 21 foot by stretching the nose. This is basically a bigger boat than a lot of 21.5 foot boats. When you look at the center boxes, we've done the same Puma layout, so it's got the net scabbard in the rear. You can open these from the side just like you do, and then if you just tap them down, they'll press down. And that's got one latch. It's a double latch. You can catch it again, just step on it. This has got the twin catches on this one too on the rod box. So there's a twin catch rod box. You push it down, close it. Really sweet latch setup. We've worked a long time on, we're very happy with. On the trailer, we did go to stainless steel brake lines this year. This one doesn't have the true stainless. It's got different lines on it, but we will have stainless on the 2022 models, and they are in stock now and being built that way. This boat doesn't have the new reflex flooring, but one of the things you can do this year is go to the reflex cockpits, or you can get a reflex inset on the carpet. So we actually cut the center out of the carpet and inset reflex, which is a PVC flooring. It's not EVA foam, so it's a little more durable. So we've got a reflex option. We have a provisional patent on that. We have a patent on the latches, a patent on the flooring coming, so those are all ours. The brake, we decided not to patent. It's a pretty cool feature though. As you come to the back end, we do the same triangle live wells, the same large compartment boxes, When you get into the compartment boxes, as you open them up, you still have the access here for the power pole pumps. So your power pole pump's tucked away behind. Then you close your lid, push down, close your latch, and you're done. Simple setup. Comes on fuel. The fuel on this product is 60 gallons. It's got a couple of neat features on the back. It's got what we call safety lights on the back. So when you turn the running lights on at night, these are actually lighting white just like your stern light is. And it actually has a wake light also that's in white, so nothing contradicts with Coast Guard regs. So if you're running it in Missouri, and that's where y'all are located at here at Boat Works, so if you're running it in Missouri and you got the red lights on guys put on their boats, they're illegal. Any of the colors that contradict with Coast Guard lights, they're illegal. So this is all legal Coast Guard if you run these lights at night on this back end. This one's got the power poles on it. It's got side imaging on it. This one's set up in the Garmin setup. We do Garmin, we do Lowrance, we do Humminbird, we do all three. So here we are in the new Puma STS. I've stepped in the boat from the outside. Everybody saw how simple that is. It's got storage below the seats. You got storage under both seats. One of the cool things we've done this year on the dash is we put this RAM mount in that's underneath. So it's got a RAM mount and a USB port, so you can pull your phone out from under the dash, or you can tuck it back under. Everything's laid out. If we run dual graphs, we set dual RAM mounts out and run them separate, and then run a gauges center tier right here. So you can run twins, you can run singles. It's set up for the nice 12-inch screens. This one's got tilt wheel that most everybody's gone to now. This one's set up with a Bob's jack plate. You really want to look at this Damascus panel pattern. It's a little bitty deal. We've tried to change the panel patterns, so we went with a Damascus steel pattern so they really look attractive. Tried to really work on a lot of the really nice features, make them look good. This is a little bitty deal, but it's a really cool part of a Bass Cat boat. Everybody's fought this little clip their whole life, and Mercury's even changed the size of this clip. When you get a Bass Cat boat, we put a carabiner clip on it so that you can hook it to your life jacket easy. Little stuff that people don't pay attention to, just like the square drive screws. This particular boat, we're set up with the center ice chest and dual tool holders. It's got tool holders on two sides with a center ice chest. Ice chest is large here. You've got another ice chest sitting behind the day box right here. So you got a center glove box, you know, hold the slam latch. You pull this T-handle, pop that open. There's the center ice chest. When you look at the center ice chest, you hold it back down, then this is your glove box. That's a really good design. Some people say, why didn't you put a port in there? We've got to run wiring into that box, and we just prefer not have the problems with wiring. So when you look at this, of course, once again, we stepped outside a while ago and we opened this box, and I'm gonna pop that box, and that's what we have. And then as I get ready to close it, all I gotta do is step on it and latch it all back down. The net scabbard in the middle holds a 6-foot net, 20-inch hoop. And then you've got the same thing with the storages on both sides of this. Center storage rides both sides of the net scabbard, so the net scabbard comes down the middle, and then you got room for your planos on the outside. Front deck, when you move to the front deck with the wide deck, this has got a really nice feature on it up here. This is for your live scope, so your live scope's on this panel. So you got to switch to the side so it just individually handles your live scope, your live sonar. Up here, there's also a lightning detector, which is the Talos system we've included standard on the premium boats this year. You still have the place for the guys that run a buoy marker, so you can put your buoy marker to the side right there, and you can run twin power pole buttons here if you run buttons. So it's got a separate platform for the power pole buttons. Another thing we've done a long time, and we've actually came up with it back with it a couple of years ago, is put the voltage meter in the front of the deck. So you push one button on a battery check gauge on that side, and it's got a voltage meter on the batteries on your trolling motor, so you know all day long how your batteries are doing. Cool feature on a Bass Cat boat that all the premium models have got is that we always use the battery tender removable plug, so we don't hardwire. So there's the nice battery tender plug that twists in and twists out. And there's a really good battery connection. If you want to change, you want to work on it, you want to disconnect it for safety, that's all there is to it. So that kind of sets us up on the boat. You know, it's got 8-foot rod boxes, it's got good storage. We'll get camera up here and look at the power poles in a little bit. The back end's the same as all Bass Cat boats, laid out with the open center. And that kind of takes you down the line on the new Puma STS.